It's the JT Cho Show!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the JT Show. Check out this headspace. I'm your host, JT. Today is December 6th, 2020. Yes, that's right. We're entering the final year of 2020. Now, if you're wondering why you're hearing a laser going off in the background, well, there's a simple answer to that. You see, my house cat / wannabe outside cat, Harrison Ford, he just goes bananas in his other little domain tree fort house he has. And he's got this little light up mouse and he just plays with it. It's adorable. I'm not going to tell him to stop. He's living his best life. You don't tell Gary. You don't tell Garrison Ford what to do, okay? I'm just telling you that right now. I'm also excited about this episode because I'm finally using my timer, so I'm not going to lose track of time anymore. That is very important because sometimes I feel like, I'm talking for years. Sometimes it feels like I'm talking for days and minutes, and no one really wants to listen that long. But this is the 59th episode of the JT Show. Some huge milestones. That was my old video. Okay. But one thing that I want to say from last week is some huge milestones have happened between last podcast and this podcast, and let me tell you why. Now, episode 59 is a little shaky. I was multitasking, but one of the comments, you can go on episode 58 and find out. I had a viewer. I want my viewers to talk to me. Let me know how you feel. Let me know if it could be better. Constructive criticism. Call me fat. I don't care. But anyways, I love when fans interact with me. And one of the things this person said was that he really likes my anime episodes. And then he asked the question, what if I did part of the podcast where I created my own anime on the spot? Now, I'm going to revisit that because I have other things to do, but stick around and I will swing back to that and we'll just think it up real quick. Now, he cheated. He thought about it on the spot. I did, while I still can, I did interact with that person who left the comment. So I do a little bit of writing, nothing special yet. I'm still learning how to write better in larger quantities. But one of the first things I need to do this episode is I need to reference you to my other show that I do with Earl, Frank, and Cut called The Picks. We all picked the Titans this week, and the Browns are slapping that ass. So I sincerely apologize to the new Baker Mayfield. They're about to go 9-3, which means they cannot have a losing season, which means the Browns will finally have their first winning season in a very, very long time. I'm going to burn my mouth on this coffee if you're watching. Now, I'm drinking some Dunkin' Donuts Black, and this is a chocolate glazed donut. Just drinking it straight. Doesn't go well with creamers. I don't know why. Some other milestones. My Twitch, because of the support from my friends and fans and sharing them and endless hours of streaming and all of the work. I mean, it's not all hard work. It's luck too, but basically I got to 50 followers last night, which is the last step to get to affiliate. I'm at 2.912 something viewers per hour. I need to get to 3. So again, tonight I'm going to do another long stream. Hopefully I get at least 4 to 5. Block that out, because as soon as I get affiliate, that'll be sweet, because I'm about to get my PC, which is on the way. I'm going to probably get a new camera soon. And then I think once a week, I'm just going to do like maybe a podcast episode on Twitch. And then, plan it out, put it on the schedule. And then if you want to watch it and live comment, then I can be doing my podcast. You guys can be hitting me up during it. And then I'll download that podcast, throw it on the tube, throw it on the podcast format. But I think at least to start, I think I need to bring the JT Show to Twitch live and do it, interact with the fans. Then I can download it, upload it to YouTube. If you're wondering, hey, JT, the host of the JT Show, because I'm Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Where can I go to get all to your websites? Like, can I get all your handles? No, don't do that, man. you're new to the podcast, go to www.jtofjville.com. That is JTOFJVILLE.com, and you'll find all my links to my YouTube. You won't find it to my Twitch. It's JT of Jville, though. I know I got to put that in there. I've just got a lot on my plate. I've had a lot going, a couple trad climbs, a couple hand jams here and there, but that's an inside joke because my buddy John was rock climbing, and he wears my podcast shirt when we rock climb. So then if I ever do make it, then I can have like cool photos I can bring up during the show, like, hey, here's John climbing this mountain that I would never climb. I don't like climbing mountains, okay? I mean, I've done it. I've climbed some faces. Climbing's fun and all, but like, it's really expensive and my hands get really sweaty. And I'm a little fat still, so I mean, like, if rock climbing's your thing, dude, that's great, man. But for me right now, I've got my own dreams to go on for fitness. I just went grocery shopping today. Got some chicken, some fish, some greens. I'm really gonna start ramping up the oats in the morning instead of eating like junk. Today I had chili dogs. It was pretty awesome. But I've been eating better right now. But I did get my exercise bike, by the way. If you guys were wondering about that, it works. It's great. I just did the longest stint on it, which was 34 minutes. I watched the most recent episode of The Mandalorian, which was, again, great. No spoilers here, no spoilers. But, you got to lose weight slowly, healthily. Keto works. I've done it before, but I put keto weight on faster than I put a lot of other weight. Cutting back on alcohol consumption, that's another one that needs to get handled. I drink a lot of coffee, cranberry juice, teas, emergencies, but getting in that workout train, that's where I really need to go. So hopefully, through December, cheat days on Christmas for sure. I don't think I have New Year's off, so it's no big deal. We'll also be streaming the 12 hours before Christmas as a holiday special. We'll be streaming for 12 hours starting at... There's really two choices. We can start at noon Eastern and go till midnight, or we can start at 3 p.m. specifically Pacific time. Play on words right there. But we'll definitely have a lot more content coming at you, so you got to pay attention to this podcast. You got to pay attention, on Twitter. You just got to do like one of them, because I'm always marketing myself. I'm always promoting myself, and this time along the way, I had a good push from a friend who literally was like, all I had to do was tell my friends who already have Twitches. Word of mouth, man. That's all it is. I'm nothing special right now. This is bottom of the barrel. This isn't like single barrel Jack. This is like, hey man, there's a creature living in that barrel in your yard, and you're like what? And he's just like, I don't know, but it hissed at me. So you're just like, fuck. And so like, you just leave it alone because it's gross looking. That's what this show is. That's what my content is, okay? It's basically, I'm doing it now. I'm doing it the way I am. 100 episodes. We've been over it. Trying to see if it eventually gets sponsored, picked up. Throw me some cash, Venmo. Not like you guys don't have to send me cash. If you do, that's sick. But like sponsorship cash, man. Like I can create segments like, video game of the week brought to you by blah, blah, blah. Like Dunkin' Donuts, not a sponsor. Come on, Dunkin'. Don't you want this to be the face of Dunkin'? You don't. I know. That was a little half smile if you're watching. Let me tell you what. Ordering my PC was one of the most stressful things that I've ever done. I don't know if I've talked about it much on the other podcast, but what's up, Harry? But anyways, I was sitting there. I did a build for fun just to say, hey, this looks cool. This is awesome. I like this. I like that. Drew my card up. Blah, way too much money. Way too much money. And I was sitting there thinking, all right, let's take a lower tier. I don't have to max it out. Shout out to Gary. Your fucking rig is killer, okay? I'm not going to go over it here because that's his business. I know he probably doesn't care, but that's his business. His rig is like, my rig's great, okay? There's no complaints from my gig, but his gig is like, we both got the same kind of car, but he got the TV model, and I got like a few extra bells and whistles. But my PC is still sick. Happy, I'm excited. I'm going to start playing a lot more games, but that's going to require me to do something that I haven't been very good at this year that I've noticed, and that is finishing games. Started another Metal Gear Solid. I haven't even reached Quiet yet. That one's on the back burner. The Witcher, I'm still Genny level, man. Both my feet are in the water. That's pretty much it. I plowed through Soul Calibur 6. The fighting, pretty clean, pretty good game. I like it a lot. It's an oldie for me. Soul Calibur 2 came out for the GameCube. It had Link in it. He had the Great Fairy Sword, which gained health every time that you struck your enemies, and you just go through endless dungeons with them. This is pre-internet, kids. This is pre-updates. You got the game out of the box, and that's it. If it sucked, it sucked. It sat in the box. You would spend $30, $40 on this game, and then you take it to GameStop and like, hey, man, can I exchange this $40 game? And they're like, yeah, we'll give you $4 for it. And you're like, what the fuck? But hey, man, that's $4 less you needed to buy a new game that's probably going to be shitty, and the cycle continues. That's what it was. Now, you've got Game Pass, online games, Steam, tons of games on Steam. So I need to finish. Soul Calibur shouldn't take me very long. I should realistically knock it out next week. And even if I don't, it's just a fighting game, but I'm nearly there. The other game that I need to complete, I was going to say defeat, but is Nier Automata. It's this like anime wafu. I've seen the memes about it, okay? I've seen the way the character's drawn, how her skirt's a little short, but she carries some badass swords, and you can do some cool-ass fucking combos, and you can fly around in your Gundam suit. You can shoot these motherfucking giant Colossus robots. You get lost in the sauce. The camera angle, it fucking changes, so you're playing like a side-scroller. How I describe Nier Automata, it might be Nier Automata. I'm not too sure. It's kind of like Jujutsu Kaisen. I still don't know if the second word is Kaisen. But it's kind of like if Breath of the Wild and Final Fantasy had a baby. And that baby made out with Super Mario Brothers. Basically, I'm going to say it's one of the Marios like Odyssey. It's like Odyssey, I think. How it goes from 3D, kind of like an overhead, and then they do some cool side scroller views. So it's sort of like that because it constantly changes, and the way that the map changes, and the way that your character can move throughout the map, kind of depends on how you can fight those enemies in the game. It's pretty cool. The triggering system sometimes gets a little nauseous. Sometimes aiming with the laser gets a little nauseous because you're like, oh, fuck, I really could have used that damage, but I missed him. I haven't read too much into the game because there's like, you can pick up endless amount of items. But all in all, it's a pretty good game. It's got a really interesting, I wouldn't say menu, but like home base where you like run around. You can be like, go to the store, go to the harbor. That map's really cool. I've never really seen a map designed like that. So like props to them for like innovating that. If there's another game that does that, I'm talking about when you transport to, I'm guessing it's the ship. I forget what it's called. But the way that you rotate around that map, I think that's super interesting. Whoever came up to that, props to you for that. But yeah, that's definitely a game I've got to beat. And then Cut comes back from his sabbatical Monday I think, and then he'll probably stream hopefully Tuesday. Team Cut for that on Twitch, and then we'll be playing video games on Wednesday. We'll also be shooting another episode of the picks on Wednesday. So we'll do the picks, and then after we do the picks, we'll definitely be streaming after that. Now, streaming, when I hit that 50 followers last night, I will say there's things that were going on in the chat that were completely out of my control. Now, first of all, I would like to apologize. I'd like to say sorry to the viewers who do ask me questions and I miss it. If we're playing Apex and we're looting, I glance over at it a lot, like loot glance, stuff like that. But we're playing Holiday Express. It's constant action, and one person, I might have missed his name, and then I got confused in another person's name because they were right next to each other. And I wasn't paying attention because they both started with the same. We went over this last night in the chat, but this guy's like, I'm leaving because you didn't pay me any attention. I was just like, oh, okay, see you later. Like, weird. But if that's how you feel, let me know, man, if I'm being a dick. Because I don't even remember, like, being a dick to that guy. He just said, leave. So, yeah. And then other things that I have to do is ask you guys to, like, help my chat out. You guys can talk to each other, make a bunch of jokes. I don't care about anything like that. But, like, if you're questioning what you're putting, like there was specifically an example I'll give you right here of somebody who might have been talking about a sensitive subject of suicide. I still haven't gone back and backtracked it yet, but I mean, like, that stuff, like, first of all, if you're ever going through real stuff like that, please get help. Please call 911, tell somebody that you trust, Google National Suicide Hotline. But there was just so many people saying so many random things last night, and I'm riding this wave of, I have 50 people that fuck with my shit, kind of, like, a lot of them are like, hey, here's a like, because I know ya. But there's truly a small community that we named Climb Mountain, Climb Mountain, Jeff, we were all in the chat, the village, the villagers, because, I'm JT of Jayville, and, they live in the village. Like, come to the village, dog. I didn't want to go Jayvillers. It's stupid. We talked about it. But the village, that's what my little community on stream is called. So if this ever blows up and, I've got the stream going and I've got the podcast going and comedy finally picked. I mean, like, look at all this shit that I've been doing because stand-up comedy is, at a standstill. We all thought, I personally thought I was just going to grind this whole year in comedy, maybe get my toes in the water, and really be set to, like, distant, like, my overall goal is to do it locally, and then I'm driving to Chicago, I'm driving to Tennessee, get a gas-efficient vehicle, So there's things I have to do in my life to get ready for that, but instead I've just been pouring a lot of my time into the picks. Now, the second show I have, the JT Show. Again, thanks for watching my stream. I've been writing more. I have a couple gifts to paint for Christmas. I like to do things that are creative. I've kind of lapsed on the ukulele a little bit, but because everything's going on, I still practice what I know, so I still get the finger dexterity. I'm just not learning anything new yet. I don't want to say it's a wall. I want to say it's put on the back burner because I still need to finish my basement. I still need to figure out where I'm going to put my PC. I'm really thinking about converting my guest bedroom into the PC room, but at the same time, like, it could go out here. I know this isn't really sealed off, but I like it here. I like this room that we're in, the podcast room. I like it a lot. But again, it's not closed off. You can't control the lighting too well, but I feel like if I got the right stuff and I feel like this is going to be the base of attack for my PC. I might have to, I don't know where I'll put it, and that's the thing. So there's a lot to think about when, you do purchase your new system, because where you're going to put it. And the reason why I like the guest bedroom is you can seal it off. The dogs won't get in there. It's its own separate thing. You don't have to worry about it. But the reason why I can't do that right now is because I'm still working on the basement. I was going to work on it this weekend, but some personal stuff came up, and basically I spent a lot of time with my family this weekend. It was a lot of fun. So, played a lot of cards, played a lot of euchre. But yeah, man, I'm constantly busy, man. Like, I didn't do a podcast for at least a week, and I feel terrible. I don't care if I only get 6 people to watch them. I felt fucking terrible because there's 6 people that are like, man, I hope everything's going good or okay, or I guess he's not doing it that one this week. Like, I don't like letting people down. It's just like I'm so busy that sometimes I'm like, dude, I need an hour of sleep. I can't do the podcast right now. It's tough. But I believe that once the holiday season is over and it's 2021, that's when JT kicks it into overdrive for 2021. Hopefully I'll be pumping out content, having more guests on. I'm definitely having Earl on in today's Sunday, so I'll definitely have Earl on in not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. So 13 days from now, Earl and I will shoot a podcast. It probably won't get uploaded until Sunday because I'm pretty sure he still has garbage internet. It exists. Sorry, Earl. You're about to get fiber wire, though. Fiber wire. Okay, you're about to get fiber wire. And it's going to be litty. I had it once. If you've ever had fiber wire, I keep feeling like I'm going to fuck up the word wire. But if you ever had it, it's the fastest shit I've ever used. It's great. It's kind of scary because they're like, don't bend the cord. The more you bend the cord, the slower it'll get. And you're like, that's a fucking sensitive cord. But you're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it. But that's kind of what fiber wire internet sounds like. All right, so like I said, we're going to revisit. I promised you I haven't practiced this. So the original comment from last week, what if I created one on the spot? All right, so by the way, got seven views last week. Not a problem. I took a little sabbatical. First one back. People do forget about you. You have to continue to grind. So again, they're coming weekly. For sure, I'm going to film one at least by Thursday and drop it. So you might get 2 this week and then 2 next week because I got to start pumping them out. They might be a little shorter, but would you rather have me ramble on for an hour or would you just like as much good content and then as soon as I'm out of good content, I can back it up. Now, one of the things that's hard about writing anime or a story is you're constantly thinking about other stories that you've already seen. You're like, oh, that's like that. The Simpsons did it. I mean, there's been a lot that's been written, oh, the bad guy turns out to be his father. That's Star Trek. Wink, wink, nudge, judge. I know. Let's all take a deep breath, man. May the force be with somebody. But it's hard because you want to plan from A to Z, but when you're introducing characters, you got to just start off by getting to B first. You can't worry about Z, but for me, I want Z to always be the end zone, okay? If I ever wrote a book or a series, I would like to, while it's the first down on the 20-yard line at the beginning of the game, I at least want to be knowing of the fourth quarter or what's to come. Because that's how I think you write really, really cool pieces of information that then people like English teachers, just kidding, but people can go back and look into and be like, holy shit, dude, like this little weird thing that happened relates to this weird thing that happened. I like to put little things like that. I do it with my comedy, with jokes. I bury sometimes I'll bury a punchline and then revisit it later. But sometimes people don't pay attention or it's not funny for them. I think that comedians that do callbacks, I love callbacks, but I also do that for the writing. So if you had to come up with an anime on the spot, I mean, like, fuck, ninjas are awesome, but shit, Naruto, pirates are cool. Whoever thought a pirate One Piece, fantastic. There's modern day ones. I mean, I would have to do superpowers. Okay, so I would have to figure out a way for these characters to get superpowers, and one of my two favorite protagonists. I mean, their mom and dad have to be dead. They always are. But so basically, the main character, he's gotta live through some type of trauma and or be. So two of my favorite types of stories: Naruto as a protagonist and Yu Yu Hakusho as a protagonist. And basically, Yu Yu's kind of like troubled teen, doesn't really listen, does what he wants, saves a kid's life, and then Spirit World figures it all out, gets his powers because of an act of kindness, and then here's the story. That's not a spoiler. That's the very first fucking episode. Call me britches. So getting your powers like that, or like Naruto kind of has the same thing. Like he just happened to have the thing that he has because he just happened to be there. So he did a good service, good job. But I also I like those over the lesser ones. While my hero is fucking sick and everybody gets those powers, I would like to have something to where like not very many people in this society have these crazy powers, sort of like a Bleach, if you would. So I would just basically have the main dude walking by some shit, probably some aliens, because I mean, like at this point, you've got to do like some Guardians of the Galaxy shit, but like animated. Like the ship crashes. He's been riding his bike. He's been taking care of his sick mom, and then basically touches some stuff, starts seeing some crazy shit. His mom passes, and then this kind of sounds like Men in Black to me a little bit, but it's tough. That's why it's tough for me to just on the spot. I'm giving it my best shot right now. So he gets these powers, and then it leaves some crazy mark on him, and basically that mark would probably be like a symbol to like an ancient puzzle somewhere fucking deep in space. Hollywood, throw me some fucking money. But basically, so he's got to go venture on through there, but has no idea what's happening. And then later on in the week, we'll get a young girl, transfer student. She decides to fight him just to see where the mark is, and then she kind of creates her home base to where they can use like a warp drive and then go to all these crazy dimensions and shit. That way you can cycle in enemies non-stop. You don't have to, I mean, like, you're always creating new enemies, but you don't have to go from, like, ninjas to aliens. You can just continue to stay with aliens. There's a Naruto reference. But, yeah, so basically, like, now you have your plot, but now where's your juice, man? Where's your, like, you're hankering down and you just bite into that burger. You don't want it to be fucking dry. You want that motherfucker to be juicy. So where's the juice, JT? I know you're asking that question. All right. So, excuse me. Coronavirus. That was really loud. I apologize. 29-minute marker. I might edit that out. Like, not edit it out, but I might turn it down. But I can't have his dad be some alien that had relations with his mother, because that's literally Guardians of the Galaxy. So his parents are normal, okay? So at this point, you would have to have somebody who's on the opposing side for some reason, who's driving this character to do this thing. To like he's gotta figure out some ancient fucking riddle to get this fucking let's call it a weapon, maybe. Who knows? He's got to get to this object so he can stop this crazy shit that's going on that it will inevitably destroy the galaxy, which includes Earth. And so probably the chick who's helping him, her brother could be the overall fucking bad guy, like, or like I wouldn't want to say her father because then again, dude, Guardians of the Galaxy, but like, or she could just be on the good side. Okay, so let's just get rid of the Guardians. So she's on the good side, and her dad's like the leader of the whatever, and her brother is a separatist, and he decided to go off and join these evil motherfuckers. And eventually, that society has to fall because they learn the error of their ways. So then, eventually, these two main characters, with their supporting cast, will have to do this on their own, and they know they're in trouble this time because like they've got no backup. But you're gonna have to have your anime twists and turns in there, you know. So that's on the spot. That's the best I can give you. For anybody who's like, why the fuck did he just go on that huge ramble? Again, dude, I appreciate when people comment. I love it. I had buddies. I was like, yeah, my brother-in-law listens to your shit every fucking time, dude. That makes me so happy. I got constant people who are constantly in my chat, constantly in my Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. They're just like interacting with me. I love that. If you want me to like do more stuff like this, dude, let me know. I will be like I said, probably be a shorter episode because they don't all need to be long. But coming up past 60, probably I'll do a anime recap of my anime of 2020. I'm not gonna do like spoilers, like everything happened. Here's who died, but I'm gonna break down great shows for the end of 2020. So I think that'll be pretty fucking sick. So get ready for that for sure. But if there's topics that you guys like, you know, I'm not gonna be like, hey, how do you feel about abortion? I'll be like, man, dude, I don't care. No, the real answer is like, it's not my body. I'm not a woman. I don't know what the fuck she's going through. So if that's the best decision that she can make, okay, if that's the best decision that they can make at the time, why is it any of my fucking business? I'm not a woman. It's not my body. Shouldn't be telling another person what to do with what's going on with them, man. Okay, that's my view. Okay, but yeah, I'm not trying to be like, oh, talk about the economic crisis. No, like I'm gonna be like, I'm dumb. Okay, there's numbers. There's probably letters next to those numbers. That's not me, dog. Okay, that ain't me. But like, hey, man, want to talk about baseball? Want to talk about anime, sports, mowing grass? I mean, I do like mowing grass. I mow bad grass for free. I'm down to talk. All you gotta do is you gotta hit me up in the comments, dude. Just let me know. I love doing shit like that. Besides that, I think that's all we're gonna talk about today on the JT Show. Again, go to www.jtofjville.com. Hit me up there on Twitter, Instagram. Go to the picks, new show. The picks were next week's week 14 of the NFL. That means week 14, 15, 16, 17. We'll do a playoff show for sure, but the season's winding down. Who's gonna win the fucking... We're gonna get a belt, dog. Like a fucking sick belt for the championship. We're gonna throw down on it, we're gonna order it, and then whoever wins fucking gets to keep it. And then we'll do like a little playoff trophy. The belt is what you want, but we're gonna order like little shitty trophies. It'll be really funny. But the picks, go to Instagram, THEPICKS001. That's the picks 001. You can follow it on there. It's on my YouTube page. Again, go to www.jtofjville.com to hit that. I'm gonna plug the fuck out of it. Coming up, I will be playing that Ghost game. I know that's a terrible description. I can tell you exactly what it's called. Give me 30 seconds. Jeff's been playing it. Go follow him, US_war_machine. That is Jeff. Plasmophobia. Big fan. I like watching Jeff play that. He's a good guy. So definitely go check his out on Twitch for sure. Sorry. Whoa. Anyways, some audio was playing. I had to go to Twitch to look at that game because I was like, I know I'll see it as soon as I get there. But hey, guys, again, leave me comments. Call me fat. I'm here for you. You'll find me on Twitch tonight. I'm still writing comedy all the time. I wrote 4 jokes last week. They all suck, but I wrote them. So 2021, dude, I gotta get on fucking stage, even if I have to like call a movie theater and be like, hey, what's it gonna take to like rent out your movie theater for like a half an hour and then try to sell shows and tickets. Do the Britt Kreischer, okay, the godfather of the drive-through podcast. Not podcast, the drive-through stand-up comedy. But hey, guys, thank you for watching. Plenty of guests to come. We're going to try to get Pratt Daddy back. Frank will definitely come. That's what she said. Earl, in 2 weeks. I mean, I've been asking Cut left and right, but, you know, he's on his sabbatical. Thanks for listening. Hit that follow button, that like button, comment, all that jazz. Signing out, the JT Show. Catch you soon.